Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Today is Table Talk with Rita Felleh Arah, the CEO and founder of Daughters of Sierra Leone. Today, we're going to be discussing a very, very important topic. We're going to be talking about youth are messing up. Who is to blame? Our youth are messing up. So, who should we blame? So, if you know that answer, please join me today and happy Sunday. Today is Table Talk. You can get the link on Bantu blog and PROIB blog and my personal platform, Daughters of Sierra Leone, and Rita Felleh Arah. And thank you so much for joining us today. Today we have with us our amazing and beautiful guest. So, but before we start on, we have a short message to play for you guys. So, you guys just bear with us. We're going to listen till we introduce our guest for tonight. Thank you and happy Sunday.
April 27, I welcome you once again. Happy Independence to you, Mama Salon. It's always a bittersweet moment, cause one minute I wanna celebrate you and the next minute I wanna reflect on the agony that we put you through. Mama, oh Mama Salon, you are the strongest woman that I know, cause that you bana 7 million picking the ass, so not too easy team for deal with. You carry the good, the bad and the ugly, but it's gonna take every single one of us to restore your true essence. Though we've never given you a chance to reveal your true beauty, but it's in my eyes as a beholder, Mama, you are the reflection of an African goddess, a true lioness that can be seen from your ranges, and that's why they name you Sierra. It wasn't by mistake, and only time will tell that you have the finest mane in Sub-Sahara. It is disappointing to know that we can do better, together, healthier and stronger. Sierra, I can only imagine watching others elevate while you relegate. Same nations that learned from you during your days of Athens of West Africa are now donors to your cause as one of the poorest on the continent. So unfair. But I will say this, we are the cause to our problems. Siamese crocodile, crabs in the barrel mentality, forgetting that if you eat, I eat. When I get full, you get full, so I battle over food. Biting my nose to spite my face, when at the end of the day I might want to take a picture to show that I'm beautiful. If I hurt you, I hurt me. Put politics aside, put tribes aside. Mandate me or full light, doesn't matter, we're all Sierra Leoneans. Your pain should be my pain. Pride of a nation and progression for the common good should be our common goal. I know say we far from who say we one day, but we can always start today. At 60, I'm actually tired of playing the blame game and pointing the finger at you, you and you. So today it's about what can I do. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, embrace, respect, love. Let's do it for the green, white and blue. If it wasn't for love, if it wasn't for hope, if it wasn't for strength, Mama, you would be gone. I know you want us united, we'll lose when we're divided. Mama, yes, I know it ain't easy, but please keep holding on.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday once again. This is Table Talk with Rita Felleh Arah, the CEO and founder of Daughters of Sierra Leone. I just want to welcome you guys again. Once again, we are here today to discuss a very, very important that is killing our nation. So we're here to welcome you guys today. We have today on our platform, we have Awanatu JD Koroma that is joining us from Sierra Leone, and we have MDG that is joining us again from the USA. So today we have here with us Esse Ayebene while we're waiting for other panelists to join us today. So I will have Miss JD, Miss Awanatu JD, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can
Okay,
hear you.
JD, can you introduce yourself, please?
Well, I am Awanatu J. Kuma, from Sierra Leone, TikToker. Yeah, I'm from Sierra Leone.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Awanatu Koroma JD, that is joining us, a TikToker that is joining us straight up from the motherland, Sierra Leone. Thank you for being here tonight with us, and thank you for taking your time to be here with us. Welcome, Miss Awanatu JD Koroma. Thank you. I have with me Miss Esse Ayebene that is joining us from Nigeria. Miss Esse Ayebene, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Essie Ayebene, counseling psychologist. I work with Daughters of Sierra Leone. I also have my own NGO called Slay at Home Mom Africa. I'm so happy to be here and happy to be one of the panelists for today. Thank you so much for having me, Mama.
Hi, Essay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here today. Thank you, Essay, for that great. Okay, we are here today. I'm trying to add other panelists, so bear with us. We are trying to do our best that we can. Dr. Carol, you are here today, joining us from Worry. Worry, you know they carry last, so Doc, can you please introduce yourself, please? Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Cora Silas, and I am the child therapist. So I work with children basically. I help you figure out what's wrong with your children. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us today. If you're watching us, happy Sunday once again. Today is Table Talk with Rita Felleh Arah. If you want to be part of this conversation, you can join us on PROIB blog, and you can join us as well on Bantu blog and Daughters of Sierra Leone platform and my personal platform, Rita Felleh Arah. Today we're going to be discussing. So I want you to be part of this conversation because this is an African issue. And so we must tackle this. So today we're going to be talking about youth are messing up. Who should we blame? I don't know. You don't know. But let's figure it out. So today I just want to welcome you guys while we're still waiting on other panelists. So I just want to welcome you guys on board and let's shoot. So today we're going to be talking about youth are messing up. So we already know what we're going to be talking about. So our youth are messing up. So you feel free to communicate in your local dialect, which is Creole and broken. You know, if we feel comfortable using that, it's fine. Here we can talk. We're all African, West Africans to be precise. So we can talk very well and flow very well. So welcome again, once again, Miss Awana to JD. Koroma and Miss Essay and Dr. Carol. We just want to welcome you again once again and for being part of this great platform. So this time, if you want to be part of the conversation, you can send your message on PROIB blog and send your message as well on Bantu blog and Daughters of Sierra Leone platform and Rita Felleh Arah. So Miss Awanatu JD Koroma.
Yeah.
That's okay, Koroba. So
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see how at you Jetty is
You call on
everything.
fine. You call on
I guess
fine.
I'm like, okay, Miss Koroma, not a
Yeah.
Koroma again, a Koroma. So Miss Jetty,
Koroma.
thank you, Koroma, Koroma.
Yeah.
So Miss JD, thank you so much. She's a amazing TikToker. She's one of those people that are putting Sierra Leone on the map and engaging our youth in society. And guess what? We have her here today. So I just want to welcome you and thank you again for being here to with us tonight. I'm so excited. So don't pay me no attention. I'm excited seeing you and watching someone. I just want to say this quick: watching someone TikToking and you trying to figure out, and I try to do it so many times, but I can get the moves. But guess what? She is good. So follow her on our TikTok, and you can follow her as well on Facebook. But we will come to that. So Miss JD, I'll use JD because I can't call the whole Miss Awana too. So Miss JD, right? Our youth are messing up. So you can relate to that, and I relate a little bit about it. But
Yeah.
living Sierra Leone, the shores for over 20 something years, so you can really go into it more and tell us why our youth are messing up.
Well, thank you so much. Here in Sierra Leone, I think youths, let's forget about government, and I don't want to go into that. But like for us in Sierra Leone, a lot of youths here, we are here carried away by a lot of things. Some youths are messing up because of lack of self esteem and ignorance. So a lot of this youth go into a lot of things they ain't supposed to do. They do a lot of things, like for the past saga that we've been hearing here, that a lot of videos that are out there, you know, it's so sad seeing young girls so sad seeing young girls. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you. Go ahead.
I guess you can hear me, right? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, as I was saying, a lot of this are youth, especially the girls, go into like they want someone to impress. They're carried away by peer group influence, and some of these people, this youth, like lack of guidance and parental mentoring. Some of this youth do not have, they have parents, but parents do not care. Some parents do not look into their children's matter. Some of them take work so serious than their kids. They don't have people to guide them, and some do, but they are very ignorant. They don't they carried away about they are carried away by peer group influence. Like a lot of them get paddy them, want for bluff, media, business. Everybody want for belong. So that's kind of things. They do a lot of things. So I'll blame the youth, us the youth. Yes, because a lot of this girls are coming from a very good background, but some of them are carried away by peer group influence. Paddy go tell you, say, let me go do this. You want for belong. Some of them for items like phones. They want for belong. I want for old iPhone. Namina the big girl in town. So all of those things they do, it's they involved in immoral activities, post these things, post that, because the one for sure said they're not biggers, and it's really disheartening. So the youth are messing up. Like, we the youth are to blame, because some of us have good parents, you know where go tell you, say, not do this, not do that, but when we go out there we tend to portray another thing. So it's really sad. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
We can
Yes,
hear you.
thank you. Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
JD. We'll come back to that. So I want to welcome you guys once again. Happy Sunday to Table Talk with Rita Felleh Arah, the CEO and founder of Daughters of Sierra Leone. Today we are here to discuss a very, 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 let me go pan Creole. Today we then I ask for talk pan very, very important issue, because I know some of our viewers are in Sierra Leone, most of majority, and so we have to get down to even the least person's level. So, Doc, are you here with me? If you're here with me, raise your hand. So we are going to go look at that, like, and then we will come back. So we really wanted to tackle this issue. So today we're gonna talk about our youth. We youth that they mess up. Who that for blame? I don't know who that for blame. Like we sister JD, don't talk today. Say most of people then are peer pressure. Some people then they want for fitting, not to for say they come on a bad host, no, but because of Society, I want to belong. I want to feel like I want to belong with my
Hello.
friends, because you were raised correctly, but when you go to school, what you want to do, it's up to you. Peer pressure, some people cannot handle that. So today, send your comments and let us answer your comments. So doctor, you've worked with kids for quite some time, and she's based in Nigeria, and she's dealt with so many kids. And I know that you know what causes this. And so, Doc, I would love for you to give us a little bit feedback on what do you think? What is causing that?
Okay, hello everybody. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. From my in my own opinion, I actually enjoyed what the other speaker said, and she's correct to a very large extent. But in my opinion, I believe that the parents are to blame. Now, parents play a very big role in the lives of their kids, and then they are supposed to be the primary they're supposed to be the primary control, the primary care source for their kids. They're supposed to be the first school, or there is a family is supposed to be the first school. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Now, the family is supposed to be the first school of the children, and then parents are not taking enough responsibility for their role in the lives of their kids. Now, when things happen to their kids, they begin to look for external sources to blame. They begin to blame the friends, they begin to blame their neighbors, they begin to look for any form of influence that they can point their finger at and say, you are the one spoiling my child, this is the person spoiling my child. Meanwhile, from the get-go, from the beginning, they have not played their role properly. A child that is brought up right, that has been instilled with morals and values, will not easily be swayed by stuff. The child will not easily be caught um, by gifts from people or things. They would know that they should stand their ground because of their upbringing. If the parents can get it right at the inception, in that part, their own part of bringing up the child in the right way, I don't think a child will now grow up to become a youth and then say, because my friends forced me. It is because the background, the beginning, the backdrop has been wrong. The foundation was laid wrong, and so any little thing, it just comes crashing. I hope you can hear me. All right.
Yes.
So in my opinion, and from my research and all the work I've been carrying out, I have observed that the major problem of youths, adolescents, children, in short, even some adults, is failed parenting. The ills in the society, all the negative things we see in our society, is failure of a parent or failure of the family unit. These children have not been properly handed down the moral, the family values. If a family, for example, if a child comes from a home where they know that they should be content with what they have or what they've been given, if a child was properly taught contentment growing up, that child will not easily be carried away by stuff. All right. So our
Thank
parents need
you.
to be parents need to be properly they have to take responsibility. They have to do away with this negligence, because probably chasing money, looking for value, trying to be famous or important, and then they forget their primary. If you have decided to become a parent, that is a full-time responsibility. It's a big job, and you have to take it seriously, as serious, because if you ruin a child, you've ruined an entire generation, you've ruined a whole destiny. So parents need to wake up, they need to sit up, they need to become more informed. They have to do away with negligence, with their parental negligence and ignorance. I've observed that some parents are just so ignorant that something, your child is going through stuff and you are not aware. You don't even know the genesis or the revelation of the problem of what that child is going through. They are not even educated enough. Like, even if you didn't go to school, you should be able to educate yourself about the prevailing issues that children go through, so that you'll be able to assist your child in one way or the other. One, two, you have been a child previously, and you should know the stuff that, even though it changes, like we know the society is changing and it's fast changing. In our parents' time, they probably were not using phones, and now they are using phones. The society is changing, everything is changing. We now have tattoo eyebrows, tattoo pink lips, and all that. We know the society is definitely, but parents should be able to keep up. Don't sit down in ignorance and then you start looking for who to blame for the failures of your child. The failure of your child is your failure as a parent. I believe that the failure of your child is your failure as a parent. And if there is a shame to be apportioned, it is apportioned to the parents. There is this saying in our place that they say madman no the shame. Now who get them the shame? So that child's failing in life is your own failing. In short, it is your personal disgrace. All right. So I believe I've been able to throw a little light on that. What's up?
I think can you hear me?
I can
Yes,
hear you.
I can hear you.
I think she's having network issues, I guess.
Probably.
Okay. Okay. There are a lot of things I would personally say. Yeah, like you said, family, because that's the basic unit. Family. We need to
Yeah,
talk
sure.
Basic.
about, okay, where it all starts from. But there's
Yeah.
another saying we have in Africa, that it takes a village to raise a child.
Of
Initially, we
course.
had a communal support system for family, where
For family,
even if
yes.
I'm working as a mother, even if I have to go to the farm, I had my
Mm-hmm.
cousins, I have nieces, I have nephews. You live in a family compound, you live in your village, but everybody has left the village and everybody has gone to the city. So you no longer have the village to help you to raise your child anymore.
Your child.
Yeah, sure.
Do you understand? So
Exactly.
we could actually
Yes.
get away with it before because we had support. You have the grandmother, you have the grandfather. So the dynamics of parenting has changed, but a lot of us are still trying to raise our
Are
children
still
like we
stuck
were
in
raised.
the past. Exactly.
Yes, I think that's one of the
We're
issues.
still
So it's not
stuck
like
in the
they are
past.
bad parents in quotes. Not like they're not doing that. They're not really bad parents. They're doing their best, but they are not
Okay.
really aware that things have changed and they need to move with the time. You see, somebody was saying
Exactly.
today
My
that the
That's
problem
my
we're having in the
point. That they
world
are not
is,
keeping up with the trend.
yeah. Somebody told me today that the problem we have in Africa or in the world today is social media. That's the problem. Like for the person, he feels or she feels that if you remove social media, our problem has ended. Is that really true?
That's not true. That's not
Some
true.
Essay,
of these things were
thank you.
existing. They were existing.
No.
Yeah.
Hello, Essay, can you hear me? Sorry, guys, I'm having a lot of issue on my area. We have some issue with our internet. The whole area is shut down, so I have to use another device. So I just want to welcome you guys once again. And today we have here MDG. I see you. Yeah,
Yes,
I dey
sir.
see you.
Yes,
I dey
sir.
see you. And
Thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me?
we can
Okay, okay,
everybody
cool,
else
cool,
hear him?
cool.
Okay. So I want to welcome you guys again. You guys are watching Table Talk with Rita Felleh Arah, the CEO and founder of Daughters of Sierra Leone. We are having an ad. Then we started. They don't sit down. We been alive. They're not able. They're not fit. We they go on with the show. We must talk this today. They give me. That's why they sweat. But I'm like, yeah, they don't tire. They don't give up. I not sleep. I want you. I want to JD. You know, agree with me. For some
Agree.
reason, I begin get internet issue with
Same
my
here.
laptop. So I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? So I have to log out of that. But guess what? Una lie. This
Now
talk
let
we
them
must talk on today. Today
tell
not
lie.
Yes,
today.
yes.
When we get the powerful people that they say they want make una lie the lie, una lie. For una when they watch we, doc, for joining us from Worry, Doc. I want to say thank you for joining us. And Essay Aye Bene, I just want to say thank you. And PROIB blog, the link is there. We can take message. We can add anybody else onto this today's program. And Bantu blog as well. We can add anybody else today on the platform. We already have a set schedule, so we are going with that. So I just want to welcome my guests and I just want to say thank you. You all look amazing. And PROIB blog. So today we're going to be talking. Our youth are messing up. So who should be blamed? Like we just played a video. I know you guys watched MGG, the video that we played, and this beautiful poet, and he talked about Sierra Leone as a whole. I guess you missed that, bro. You missed that, and we talk about how should we unite.
Yeah,
How can we come together as Sierra Leoneans? And how can we come together? Let's forget about the political. Oh, I mean this, I mean that. We're not talking about. Can we just believe in one thing, the green, white, and blue? That's
yeah,
all what we represent. So today,
definitely.
I have here with me MGG. So I want you to go ahead, sir. We've been waiting for you to talk and tell us because you're the only man here today only the only man in the house with us here today with all those beautiful damsels. So if you can go first and we will come in.
Okay, okay. Well, it's a pleasure being around my wonderful sisters, first of all, and thank you for the invites for having me on such a wonderful platform. I really do appreciate. And I also want to say there's hope, because this type of conversation and is it's necessary, it's about time. Honestly, I've been saying that for the longest time, we need to have conversations, healthy conversations about progression. If we want to see our community grow, we only have to speak the reality of things and not just, hush hush and joke and laugh about it because it's very serious. So when I got the invites, I'm like, hey, I'm in, because as you mentioned, Rita, I'm not just only an artist, I'm also an activist and very proactive in the community as well. So there's a lot that I do with the young kids. There's a lot that I do with the youth, of Sierra Leone, to be specific, and even outside of Sierra Leone, I'm based here in the US, even in my little community in Virginia, I'm always trying to be proactive with the kids because they are the future. So it's devastating to see where we're headed. And we cannot hide some of the things that's been happening. It didn't start today. It won't end today. But guess what? We can start making that change today, starting with these conversations and being open, you know. So again, I know we are all here, I'm here to learn and I'm here also to give my intake, my insights on things because I've been going back home like every year or two. Those of you that know me, I'm in Sierra Leone, doing my music and also doing civic education, so one of the biggest problem that I do know that I really wanted to talk about, when I told myself coming on this forum is the literacy rate. It all comes down to the literacy. Sierra Leone has a population of young people. I think 60% or so or plus of the population in Sierra Leone is under the age of 25. So that tells a lot. So when things happen amongst the youth and people are joking and laughing about it, no, it's not funny, guys. That's the future of Sierra Leone that we're looking at going down the drain. Just imagine 60% under the age of 25. So when I see things happening, with the young women, men, and especially the women, because they have it worse, it hurts, and like I say again, it's something that we should address, So it comes down to the literacy rates, which is why some of us come in, I personally, I do music. I spread the message through my songs. I spread the message through my poetry. I spread the message anyhow that I can, And one of the biggest things that I do, again, I have a foundation called Book and Pen. When I started it, I told myself I'm gonna be focused on these kids because at the end of the day, again, they are the future. Let's talk about raising these kids right. Literacy does not necessarily mean not just and we're not talking about higher education, but that basic education where the average child can go to school and learn the basic knowledge, and it's very important. And this is what we're seeing now, the effect of it down the road, um as we move on, because I don't want to be the only one just babbling, but I, like I say again, there's a lot that I want to share, but I want to also hear from the women on the forum, because it's not a blame game anymore. It's, if we are gonna fix, it's how do we start, and what are the areas that we should tackle. Again, that's why I come in. With me, I will tell you guys now, education is the key, guys. I cannot hide that. A lot of these females, a lot of young females, a lot of young, males, guys, boys in Sierra Leone, don't have that basic knowledge. And we're not talking about you being, even learning how to read and write, spell your own name. It goes a long way. That takes you a long way. That's what we all grew up in. I remember Sierra Leone back in the days when I was in primary school, secondary school, that we were competing to get good grades. But now the kids that we have now are competing. I mean, when I logged in, I heard someone talking about social media. That's also another area that I would touch on, as we go. They're more focused on that. The kids are more focused on things that I didn't do when I was 20, not even 25. Now we have 16, 17-year-olds doing things that, is out of this world, But again, I'll leave it open. I just want to, state my premise and what I will be talking about and focus on more, as we have this conversation, But I do want to just also say, like, we have to be real with ourselves, The problem is there. We can't ignore it. We have to accept that our country, our nation is retrogressing, is going backwards, and it starts with that educational system. Trust me. And also the parents, obviously we'll talk about that. But again, that's where I will stop for now. And like I say, I'm here to learn and I'm here to give my input. So yeah.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you so much, MGD.
Yeah,
We are happy to have you here today, and our
definitely.
other panelists as well, Miss Hawanatu, JD Koroma, TikToker from Sierra Leone, and Doc. Normally we call them. She's joining us from Wari. We'll call them Uwe Doc.
Okay.
She's joining us from Wari. She has dealt with kids for over like the longest I could imagine. And we have Ese Ayebene here with us, and we have PROIB blog and Bantu blog. So let's dive into this. We talked about our youth are messing up. Who should we blame? I don't know who to blame. We've talked about parenting. We've talked about, so I'm gonna come in the angle of parenting. Um, so sometimes as a parent, I'm gonna talk on the parent part. You do your best. When I was growing up, I have so many times that I have to mess up in school. But
Hmm.
I always think about one thing. My mom struggled to make me who I am today. So a lot of times I would have smoked in school, I would have been in a bad company, because peer pressure is not everyone that can handle that. But
Right.
then when we go back to the other angle and look at our adults, like how are we teaching our kids? Like if you look at social media today, people that they're cussing each other. When have I been on my platform and said, I'm here to teach you? to promote JD Koroma today. I just want to celebrate her, not when she passed away. I'm putting on picture, right? Or say
Hmm.
today I want to promote my brother. He has a good point. He has a good
Yeah.
song. Can we go to YouTube or go to all the platform and promote her? It's not normal,
Yeah.
right? So when you
Hmm.
look at that, this is what our kids feed into, the
Yeah.
negative drama. Okay. And so when our kids ask me for iPhone, if I go on social media, I'm showing off what I have.
Yeah.
I have an iPhone, the latest phone. I have a Brazilian here. I got to heard about Bone Straits when I went to Sierra Leone for the first time. I didn't know that what that was. Okay, so our youth know all those material things. I'm not saying that they should do what they're not supposed to do as a child, but all those things, I'm like, it's one of the biggest problems. And
Yeah.
sometimes my nieces calls me, nephews calls me, and what they say to me, auntie, that old phone we know they use again, I for send am o. I said, me
Yeah.
not get why I go salon. They were laughing at me because the kind of phone that I'm using. I'm not a technology person. I can use, if you can say hello, hello, hi, you can
Yeah.
text, I'm good with it. But
Yeah.
they think in their mind, I'm supposed to have the latest gadget. I'm not into that.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm into what's in the bank accounts. What am I doing? I have to go to work. I have to come back. I have to do this. I have to do that. So when you look at that, this is what our kids feed into.
So I think we lost Rita there.
We lost her.
Yeah. There's the internet connection. I was having the same problem, but I fixed mine.
Yeah, the internet connection.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
she'll be back. She'll be back. But while we're waiting,
yeah.
one of you guys can be, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Let's go in. Let's go
okay.
in.
Yay.
First of all, okay. JD, go on.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, JD, go on.
Yes. So as you were saying, like at first I took up the responsibility. Like for me, being a youth, like I've been through a lot.
Right.
I've gone. Not that I didn't come from a good background.
Mhm.
So I'm giving myself as an example.
Right.
I came from a very good background. Reason why I mentioned peer group influence.
Hmm.
Yes, peer group influence can make you do what you are supposed to do. I've been a victim.
Yeah.
I came from a very good background. A single mother raised me, and she's that kind of person that I know that don't know what's fancy is.
Right.
But when I go to school, when I
Hmm.
meet my colleagues, they have those things that sometimes I'll be like, oh, what? Where did you get this from? You
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
Where do you get this? And at some point, I got involved, and I got pregnant at a very teenage age.
Okay.
But the reason why I also mentioned that we are to also blame the youth. Um, you might have involved in a situation, you get,
Right.
but if you take up the responsibility, like thinking I came from this background, my mom, or you think about where you come from, think about how
Right.
your parents are helter skelter to provide for you.
Hmm.
And when you in a youth, you are exposed to many things. You can be
Hmm.
carried away by so many things.
Right.
And some we are coming from a very good background, but because of the influence, so we got involved to things like for me, I'm giving myself as an example. I got involved, but I took the responsibility that yes, I have messed up. But if you agree to build up yourself, not to go back to that thing, you need to caution. You take caution, you take up responsibility. I think if youth of nowadays, us youth, can take up responsibility, accept whatsoever that we have done this because we are messing up big time.
Yeah.
But yes, if you show remorse that you accept, yes, I have messed up and don't want to go back
Right.
and prepare your mind to change, I think the world will be a better place.
Right. Right.
Yes, because I am that person that have messed up not once, not twice,
Right.
but I picked myself up because when I looked at how my mom is suffering, my parents are going here and there to provide for me. Growing up, not knowing a father, I only knew my mom.
Mhm.
So at certain point, I know, yes, my mom is not a bad person. He never showed me the street. He never asked me to go to the street. He never pushed me to anybody like go do this for money. She has been doing everything to provide for me. So if I go out there because of peer group influence and I got involved, and I think I have the sense, I have my five senses. I can sit down and say, okay, at my age, I can tell what is good and what is bad.
Right.
Every youth can tell what is good and what is bad. You can sit and you know that this thing you're doing is not good.
Right.
Yeah. But if you can sit and then caution yourself and then take up responsibility, not go back to what you've done or where you were, I think the world will be a better place. I think yes.
I
So
agree.
I
Thank
meant
you.
yes.
Mhm. Thank
I
you,
mentioned
JD. Great contribution. This now waiting people they need for you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when I saw you again, family them we they get me area what day I they get a lot of sometimes it happens. MG Yusuf can testify to that within America, but sometimes we they get a little bit
We do.
signal.
We do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. And
Mm-hmm.
they've come out from yesterday. I experienced that. I called them, they came in, and so but it is what it is. Then which man they una that's the power now they blame una not
The
get
ones can
lawyer.
smart as we
Una
sell can
not
have
get
one
lawyer.
degree.
They want
without
try we, but we don't agree. This talk
Who,
will
No,
who,
the
who,
ones
the-
can
every
smart as we
day.
sell can
who
have
the
one
home
media
base,
allow. Media allow.
who the home base who make more power now?
Una make
We
much
don't
living for
agree
we.
because you
Right
know
now,
people
I don't know, but
want
we
try
bad.
we.
I tell
Maybe they
you.
want try we, but don't know go able we. They don't
I
able.
don't know,
But
but it's okay.
um,
yeah, but still waiting with a talk waiting we need for talk.
of course,
Because
Definitely.
yeah.
it's so shameful
Very.
international and sometimes a lot of times we they blame say okay the government not do this because I see somebody in comments they talk about government we not a platform when they talk about
Politicians.
government.
yes.
We're
Mm-hmm.
not a politicians.
Right.
Yeah.
We believe in the green, white, and blue. And for people that
Definitely.
we joined with earlier on, when I
Right.
watch we brought that MDG where in point where he write beautiful
Yeah.
point, and he talk about how we for come together. We're
Yeah.
not in politics, but let's come together as Sierra Leoneans. If we
Yeah.
can do that, it can help we. No matter, I might not like you face. I don't like what you they do, but
Yeah.
I promote you. Let's support you.
Exactly.
Let
Yeah.
I embrace you as say, now me sister now they do this. Now me
Yeah.
brother now they do this. But Sierra
Mhm.
Leoneans, we quick to point fingers.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
I
Sure.
remember last year I was in Sierra Leone. I trained like up to 1,000 youth for free, me brother. I
I
can people
believe.
then go from Nigeria, go train with people then at salon. I can me
Wow.
man, me picking them all go. People then tell me
Mm-hmm.
say, don't do it.
Yeah.
You're wasting your funds. But I
Yeah.
Yeah.
did it. But
Yeah.
you know why? I'm happy to do that. I'm a Sierra Leonean. So let
God
we
bless
stop
you.
these
Mm-hmm.
points here for say we they blame government, we they blame who that this, we they blame this person. No, you are the government. You are the people. You
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
supposed to make an impact na your community, regardless what. I don't left salon for over 20 years. Now Nigerian man I'm married to. This is not
Yeah.
one candidate. And me, I not born girl picking, and then me organization, Daughters of Sierra Leone. I don't get sweets. But guess what? I'm happy with that. Yes. Now what you
Right.
God give, now you they take. Now Nigeria,
Yeah.
now I'm married too. I can decide say I no one can do nothing. I don't want get nothing. I don't naturalize now, yeah. But guess what?
Yeah.
Salon they always in my arts.
Right.
Look the example how they set me, brother. Them big people that want to say who youth there for they look up to. Then on
Yeah.
Facebook, then they cost themselves. How you still go
Definitely.
feel say they need to engage themselves in such drama? No,
Yeah.
we talk to
Yeah.
that who can I so me anybody will say well, can't cost me, not sabi nothing but me or passive fabricate lie. You understand?
Yeah.
Passive makeup story. But if you
Yeah.
want can't say you want can't cost me, you not get nothing for cost me, but pass you makeup fabricate and my past is my past. I'll leave it behind. I'm in the future.
Definitely.
Una see them, una when are the big allege them. Where people that they look up to, with 14-year, with 12-year-old that they look up. Una say na me una they do, or na me brother una they do, na me sister una they do. No. Now the green, white, and blue, now they flag around. They say salon so by me
Yeah.
just now they do. Now
Mm-hmm.
polo they do now. Then picky them now,
Mm-hmm.
not the tone now, the kiki, now they go for them, now the foot, the hand, the mouth,
Yes.
don't see that they were inside the matter. You don't understand? So
Oh
that
man, it's
they
sad.
for no we for. Why
Yeah.
should we want to create that mindset?
Yeah.
Why do we want to create that narrative that all people should know us about? It's
Yeah.
about having sex, about me cursing my brother,
Yeah.
cursing my sister. Sierra
Sad.
Leone is not like that. We are a very peaceful country. No matter what we've been through in 20 years, but it's still Mama Salon.
Yeah.
Put Mama Salon first. We brother
Yeah.
don't talk. Una go looking more of in points than what it is right.
Yeah.
Some of you will not go school, but just listen.
Definitely.
Listen. Not a way person go tell you say, hey, I need to talk to our go cut our you say if you grapple. That big full fet now, you know do.
That's all.
At all.
That
At all.
waiting step you know day. Now for now we they think, now we they make with decision then rightly. If somebody tell you say, don't go follow JADEEN na TikTok, you say I know they go watching the video na rubbish now they talk because
Yeah.
guess what thing do? I want they watch them. My bitch they watch them.
Yeah.
Una no stop this bad that. Now
Yeah.
they put we country so behind. The last time I come on last year May, me brother, walk up. Now your pot I they cry. You know why I was crying? I was crying because one, we people them, even when I left salon from 2001, I like even TVC where they can salon for
I think this internet today.
we people that not
Problem.
get, we people that know they you they hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You dey go in
Okay.
and out,
We
but
people
with the you.
okay, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. We're just having this
It's
we
okay.
our people they don't get this. Sometimes you plan events like this, but sometimes you don't predict what goes wrong, you know.
Right.
You can have an internet issue, you can have all this issue that come up. But thank you guys so much. So I'm really happy to have you guys on board. But Sierra Leoneans, we need to stop. We need to call it off. If we want to set example, let's set it. Let's set the example. Don't go by. I'm not friends with JD. I can watch her TikTok. If I watch, I'm not a fan of TikTok. When my friend Willie J, the first time she told me, I'm like, I'm not on TikTok, right? But when I go
Mhm.
there, I'm finding myself, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved what's going on, getting to see other people. So Sierra Leoneans, and I'm sure we see my brother on TikTok, we see our sister, we see Essie on TikTok. But guess what? We just scroll and pass them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't want to watch
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
guess what? I feel like if I watch her stuff, look at the Nigerians. Half of all the Nigerians that have been in Los Angeles, California, my husband will act like it's their brother, that's
Mhm.
his sister. with so many people that have lived with us. California is so expensive, MDG, you can attest to that.
Yeah,
But guess
yeah,
what? Sometimes we lay down on each other, but guess what? We are family.
definitely.
But we don't do that as Sierra Leoneans. I don't want someone to come and stay with me because they're going to mess up. I don't want this person to do this stuff. We always have something to say. And
Yeah.
as Sierra Leoneans, we need to stop that. We need to support our own. We need to embrace our own. We need to stop pointing finger. Solomon will get that in the bad. Nothing that happen to me now. Let's take responsibility. I always want to blame person.
Right.
Yeah. Sure,
Am I
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You're right. You're right.
Absolutely.
We don't. As
Yeah.
Africans, nothing happened. And I say, I take full responsibility. I, Rita Felleh Arah, this is what I did wrong. How could I be a better person? We don't do that.
That's true. That's true.
Now we listen, I be do this CSO, now MG, now be do this so, now PRO, now be do this so, now one to now be do this. That picking the way see and so now bad person. We want to tarnish the person image. We don't own up to our responsibility. So I will leave it for now. And I have other panelists that wants to throw light to what I've just said. And once again, I want to say sorry. We're having a hard time, but you know how it is. We are Africans.
Of course, good evening, everyone. MDG, long time, my brother.
Big up, brother Ivy.
Yes, from hip hop.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good to see you again, bro. Big up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Of course, like me, they come in the angle like as if people they say government. I think two factors and they were responsible: the parents and we the youth. And
exactly.
The parents, if the parents will get them right, will not they blame government because everything we they build in life na foundation. Now from the foundation, where the foundation strong, take go before it they get them right.
Yeah.
And I can set example with myself when I be small. I do with me daddy, do with me step mama. Most of the time, my daddy can left the step sister them. Now we can use. Now we can send for do different things. But by then we take and say that he hates we. You know, sometimes he keep money safe. He delay the money so he don't it make like he don't forget about him. You go take him, he go want kill you bit. So by then we take and say, oh daddy, he hates we. He left the other picking there. He send with who they want the way he born. We take and say hates we. But along the line, when I don't come up from the parent side, I don't they as one. They like that kids, you know, I tell God thank you because one, it teach me for be content. It teach me for be honest. Because these are the two things we're responsible of what's in the happen presently in our country. Content and integrity, honesty. Understand? The content side, like most of the girls we get some freedom, they commit freedom, I talk about freedom. Like in Dana Eastern, they try sometimes they go about go sell, go do small stuff, then they live their life. As soon as in Paris come on Western, we been on left and sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, we been addressed and carry a whole lot of iPhone, it come excel now with iPhone 12, dress sometimes you know it na man they can't left and say Jeep. Again for go meet town. How comes this lady all been there just few months, it don't left, we don't go Western. Now it hold the most powerful phone, do big things. How comes? The party go tell and what's exactly what it go to. And life for living now Eastern and Western is very difficult. If you not get anything where they do it. If you need to work, you need to do business. You say one for live Western, you can forget yourself into trouble. Because like what they buy now Eastern when 5,000, when you go East Western now then 15, 20,000.
Yeah.
And then 15, 20,000. So if you go anything at that kind of situation, then the rentage, if you rent single room at Eastern, 1.5, 2 million or 2.5, you go Western, you get for expect double of that. So if you're not a woman or you're not a boy picking, you say you want for go live because that you party don't come, you see it live all kind of way. You don't know how you do forget a money or for live that kind of way. You say one for live that way, it convince you for go Western. And when you go Western, by the time when you go Western, you get for go know the year thing. By then you don't enter. And when you don't enter, how you for police have come on inside? Now the integrity kind inside. If your parents don't treat you well for be self-contained and be loyal to yourself, be real to yourself, no matter what thing, no matter which kind of people that you mingle with, you need to get involved. Like me, I don't mingle with so many entertainers. Them. If he steady bongo like MDG, you know, Uran Rasta and Betty.
Yeah.
A small I've been there with Rasta and Betty. We all know that man when he kind to the ganja. Understand? I
Yeah.
just sleep with him, whole the time with him, do everything. Come, but one day I not put time on my mouth. I know one day put time on my mouth.
That's true.
Maybe when we talk with artists, like most of them can provoke me and say, "Oh, I be out there, you make check." Now I say, "But not all man get for the on. If all man the
That's
on,
true.
nobody not get for take care of now. So like I need a drink, I need a smoke. But most I
That's
move with
true.
them people and they move with them people and they will do all them things and they. So if I not get self discipline inside myself, I'd easily be carried away because most of the time they provoke me, they make them fun.
Okay.
They make us fun. But
Yeah.
because how my parents then grow me up when I've been small, I come up, it reach to time, I not do with my parents again. So who send me daddy and my mama them left me, I get for continue for guide myself.
Right.
I get for continue for guide myself because if I not been get time from the beginning, I not for don't can get time when I did as myself now they take care of myself. Understand?
Right.
Take time to the government. Understand? If we they blame the government, what make we still continue for get issue with the government because the foundation not strong. From the parent to the school. From the parent to the school. If you they send you picking at school, if they get money for let it go bribe, let them show them, let them get leakage. Understand?
Yeah.
That picking don't go up for begin bribe.
Yeah.
Tomorrow way he done in education.
Wait,
He want for go find
Piero,
job. Yeah,
Piero, we dey come back to
yeah.
Dandy. Dr. Carol, let we just jump and fast forward a little bit. I know say we start late and then we dey get a lot of trouble with the internet and trying for connect everybody together. Dr. Carol, are you there with us? Okay. Okay, let we talk to Awana to JD. You been in ground and see wetin dey happen. So we youth them na salon. So you feel say we youth and a peer pressure that they go through, or they are deliberately doing this stuff? Because I remember say when we they grow up, if my one church you say food in the 20s, you they hide that shame me day. The shame me day. But
Yeah.
now, then generation they are so now, we not get shame na koju. Look the thing,
Yeah.
it did na ya so can't take calm. You know,
Yeah.
and when you go to media, where you they see doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm having issues with my
Okay,
network
can
though.
you contribute to what we were just saying? We've talked about normally we blame the government. Normally people will say it's she or he or that. A lot of our panelists, I'm sure Nigerian, we all speak broken. So I'm sure you understand quite what we were saying before, right? A little
To
bit.
a little extent, the broken
Okay.
is quite different.
Okay. So we were talking about our youth and why some people are blaming the parents and some people are blaming government. Everybody, we have this blame game. So you've come in the area, you've talked about parenting, and I got that clear. And so what I have to say to that is sometimes as parents, we do our best, like JD say earlier on, we can do our best. I can raise my kid the best, but when she goes to a setting where she's talking to other people, how she wants to act and how she wants to
It's
take what
dependent
she
on
has
that.
from home, I can control that. And we
Okay.
can see a video of a Nigerian girl. They went to Dubai. I don't know if you guys have seen that
Exactly.
video.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
I've seen
Yeah,
she's
it.
we did.
12
I
or
saw it.
13.
Yes.
Okay,
The
MD,
I
you
think
did
the
you see
story
that
was that she
video?
was 10.
Which one is? I'm
Okay,
not
she
sure
was
which
in
one.
Dubai. Okay, this little girl, she was in Dubai and she was actually having a sex with one of the school partners in Dubai. They went on a school trip, a field trip, as we can call that, and she was there, and everybody was pointing at the mom. She's a bad parent. If I can
Mm.
send my child to a very good school and make sure she wants has the best, that means I'm a good parent. Despite what I'm doing, I'm trying to make ends meet, right? But she
Right.
went there, she was having a sex. like porno,
Mm,
like
okay.
sex. She was having a sex, right? And so a lot of people point fingers that the mom is this. And when stuff like this happens, who do they point to? The parents. So I want
Yeah.
us to go back to our drawing board and think about it as a parent. You
Yeah.
had this child for 9 months, this child is there. A lot of things that my siblings on or I do, I'm an adult. I'm responsible. It doesn't go by what my parents taught me. No.
Right.
I have a siblings out of four of us. She acts so different. If you see her, you will say, is her sister for real? We don't act the same. We don't behave the same. Even her husband will call my husband and say, are you sure? Like, even myself as a sister, I question myself, is she stolen from the hospital? Right? We're totally different. But that doesn't have to do with how our mom, the culture, the values, the moral that she gave us, right? Or three of
Yeah.
us act the same, but one person, they always say one person must do it at the bad person at the family,
Hmm.
right? So what do we have
Right.
to say about that? So I don't think we should be blaming parents. I don't think we should be blaming government. I think we should be talking, directing things to us individuals. Are you responsible, like Jay just talked about? We're responsible for our own action. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so thank you. Like I said earlier, I came from a very, 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 very good background. So most of my content on TikTok are fun facts. There's some of these are things I've been through, and some are things I've seen from friends.
Right.
Like it's yes, everyday happening. Like we youth, we know what goes on. We know what we do when we are at home. We know how we behave, and we know how we behave when we go out there. And sometimes, like when I was small, if I want to go out, I'll comport, I'll dress well, but I'll be putting on a short on under. My mom doesn't taught me that because I know exactly if my mom sees how I am dressed, she won't allow me to go out.
Right.
But my mom doesn't taught me to steal. She doesn't taught me to smoke. But if I go out there, I'll display myself.
Right.
You understand? Being that, like every parent wants the best for a child or for their child.
Hmm.
So as a parent, and my mom that I know that she was the only person that raised me. I don't think she want me to go out there to smoke, to this, to do other stuff. But I
Right.
had to do them because I know correctly she doesn't taught me that, and she won't agree. She won't
Right.
even sees me do and short. Maybe she'll disown me, or maybe there'll be another problem. But I had to do them. To tell you
Right.
that my mom didn't taught me to do that. So, but as a youth, if you've messed up, we've gone through a lot. Like me, I've been through a lot. I've done a lot of things that my mom didn't taught me to do. And I am very, very, very different from my brothers. I am the only girl for my mom. I'm the only girl. I'm the last born. But the way I behave, sometimes my family, my brother, like the way I dress, you know, sometimes my brothers will look at me and be like, "Are you a boy?" I feel comfortable in dressing like this. But
Yeah.
taught me to lie to because every child, every parent want the best for their kid. So when you go out there, some of us tend to, and some kids or some youth tend to do what they think is best for them, ignoring all the norms that parents have taught them. You
Hmm.
understand? But if you, as a youth, if you know that this, we all have our own um we know we can tell from right, we can know that, oh, this thing I'm doing is not good, and you take
Right.
responsibility of this. Okay, I know I'm not doing the right thing, let me change from this to this. That is the kind of person I am. I
Right.
was doing that. I know at some point I felt sorry for my mom because I know she's totally disappointed, like, oh my god, this is not how I brought you up. Why are you behaving like this? You understand? You have
Hmm.
to feel that, oh, okay, I have to change for the better, because you have people mentoring you. You have people that want to be like you. Every person on earth, you might not know who's there looking at you that want to be like you. So that is why every human has to live he's or positive, like in the positive. You have to be
Yeah.
positive. There
Yeah.
might be someone out there mentoring you, but that want to
Right.
be like you. But if
Right.
you are it the wrong way, and some of us do not even take caution at all, so
Right.
we go and we are copying things, copying a lot, especially us youth. We want to be like, for me, ever since I learned from my mistakes, when I went to the university, there are a lot of things out there, because when you go to the university, everybody's an adult. You understand? People tend to do things, some involved in whatsoever they see them okay, do this here and there. But since I've been through this, I know I've done so many mistakes before, and I hold myself. I have learned from those mistakes, and I don't want to go back. I tend to
Right.
do the. There is nothing you can tell me now that I won't even think about. I it because I don't want to do or go back where I was. So if every youth can accept, because there are a lot of people like, look what happened. Look at what happened days ago. Those videos going on. If they take up the responsibility, yeah, yes, we've messed up. We're not gonna do that again. I think other people are, because there are other people that are messed up. But
Right.
take up the, like, but if you are out there bluffing, yeah, I, this is that. How do you want other people to look at you? How do you want other people to value you? And you have people mentoring you. There are a lot of people watching you, and you see all of those, and some people out there on Facebook, those we can follow, those we know we can learn from, and we are seeing them having passion at each other. Who are you gonna like? They are people that we love. They are people that we want to be like. But
Right.
seeing them on social media bashing at each other, what are they really kind of portrayed? What do they want us to copy? What do they want us to learn? So as youth, I know there are a lot of youth out there that are coming very, very bad. You understand?
Right.
Like me, myself. Yes. Some of our moms not taught us to do all of those things. Some of us, our parents do not even will not even give an a smartphone, but we go all costs to have, because we want to belong. You
Right.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we want to belong. We don't want to feel small among our colleagues or our friends. That you have some of us tend to go extra to do the
Right.
extra things that we ain't supposed to do to get all of these items, and that's where sometimes we got involved into so many things. So you take up responsibility. Like if you do wrong, admit that I've done wrong, and I'm not. I think if everybody took up responsibility, stop blaming this, blaming that, uh, it would be better.
Mm. Wow. This is
Absolutely.
strong. This is very, very strong. And Doctor, you here with us. I want to say welcome, welcome, and thank you for those of you that are watching us today. We want to say thank you. This is really, really strong. And looking at this and this other point, she's on ground. She know what happens. She sees how our youth behave. You know, I'm hearing a static in the background. Piero,
Yeah,
can you guys mute? If you are not saying anything, just mute, please. Okay, we're good. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So we've heard JD contribution. And so when you get to think about it, it is true. It is true because we are responsible for our and Sierra Leoneans, we are big on that. We always want to blame someone for mishaps. We want to blame someone because this is not going right. We want to behave. We want to blame everything on someone. We don't take responsibility. So for today, for those of you that are watching us, take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for whatever you do. Take responsibility for your actions. do. You have to be responsible. Don't be like, it's not my fault. And be responsible for that. A big thing, like I always say, JD mentioned, our role model, public figures that we look up to. But we the same people, if someone pissed me off, I'm on Facebook cursing this person out. If someone says something that I didn't like, that didn't go how I wanted the thing to go, I'm on Facebook cussing someone out. It should not be that way. I have your phone number. Call me. Tell me where I'm shorting. Tell me what mistake that I've made. Tell me what can I do to be a better person, and I can fix that. We all can fix that, don't we? All can be. We can all fix that, right? MGD, right? My
Yeah.
brother, we can all fix that. You don't tell me, JD, I don't know where I'm hurting you. If you don't tell me, it's a simple. We just
Yeah.
jump into conclusion. If I'm come on my life, I'm saying something, you already misread me. You already felt like I'm talking about you. Probably I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about something else different. So now you focus. You they talk about us this way. And so sometimes, do I feel
Yeah.
ashamed to say I'm a Sierra Leonean? Let's be honest. Yes, I do. Do you feel that way too, MDG? Yes, I'm sure you do. But
Yeah.
because of the love that we have for this one old mama salon, we
Yeah.
are here today to talk to you people. Can we
Yeah.
change the narrative? Can we change how we think, how we perceive things, and how if MGD is
Yeah.
thinking something, can I put my all and say I have $10,000 to support you? Or I have 200,000 naira
Yeah.
or dollars to support you. If JD is doing something, let me come out and support you. But in the bad, that's not even could pass the love. We can't be like
Absolutely. Yeah.
this. And sometimes people ask me, I work with a lot of Nigerians. I'm married to a Nigerian, that people that don't know me personally. I'm married to a Nigerian. I have Nigerian kids, and I hope to have a girl, but I didn't have. I have three wise men in my life, plus my husband is fourth. And so, but do I love it? It's all West African, right? And
Yeah.
so the
Yeah.
unique part about it is my husband is always in Sierra Leone putting thousands of dollars so making sure my people have the education they need. You talked
Yeah.
about this, me, brother MDG. You
Yeah.
talk about it. I went out to you talk about education. We talk about empowerment. We talk about all these resources, PRIB block. We all have said it, but can it sink into the head? Let's do the acts. Let's work on it. Not to for
Mhm.
just a talk. We Bakuma they don't talk. The English is Baku.
Yeah.
The English is so much, but let's put the
Yeah.
English aside. Now we
Yeah.
face reality.
Yes.
If you not talk politics talk, nobody know why embrace you.
Yeah.
If you not talk dirty talk, and not kind of media and cost mommy cost, nobody know if you say me na salon.
That's true.
We are so
Say
loving.
lost
What is
voice.
salon and sabi
Okay.
we?
Yeah, Rita,
We they love
we they
people.
go in and out. But okay, we hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I put two
No
devices
problem.
on. Sorry. Okay,
Okay.
salon. The people. Let me shut down one system. Sorry, guys.
No
Whew.
problem.
I'm so sorry. I'm just trying my best here. The
You're
internet
doing
is
good. You're
giving
doing
me
good. It's okay.
it was doing me
Yeah.
very